Australia is no stranger to fire. Every summer, the dry heat rolls in, the land cracks, the eucalyptus trees become fuel, fires are expected, controlled, prepared for, fought bravely. But on February 7, 2009, the flames were unlike anything the country had ever seen. That day would come to be known as Black Saturday, the deadliest bushfire disaster in Australian history.
It began with the heat. Temperatures soared to 46.4 DEGE, 115.5 DEGF in Melbourne. The hottest on record, winds gusted at over 100 kilometers per hour. The forests of Victoria were tinderboxes and the air felt electric. Weather officials issued warnings, but nothing could prepare people for what was coming. Then, the fires ignited. Some from lightning strikes, some from fallen power lines, some horrifyingly, deliberately lit. Within minutes, walls of fire were roaring across the countryside. Fueled by dry winds and soaring heat, the fires moved faster than any human could run. Flames leapt 40 meters into the sky. Entire forests were consumed in seconds. Homes exploded as embers rained from the sky like burning snow. And the wind? It changed direction without warning, trapping people, surrounding towns, cutting off roads.
Communities like Kinglake, Marysville, Strathwyn, and Narvathong were hit with full force. Entire streets vanished into flame. Families burned inside their homes, unable to flee. Cars melted on highways. Survivors later described the sound as a roaring freight train and the sky as pitch black at noon. But the true horror was in the numbers. By the time the flames died down, 173 people were dead. Over 2,000 homes were destroyed, whole towns gone.
The fires burned 450,000 hectares, an area larger than the entire country of Luxembourg. More than 1 million animals died, livestock, kangaroos, koalas, pets. But in the ashes came stories of survival and heroism. A man who wrapped his child in wet blankets and hid in a creek for hours while the firestorm passed overhead. Volunteer firefighters who drove into flaming towns to rescue strangers. Residents who formed human chains to beat back spot fires and save their neighbors. And then came the questions. How could this happen?
Investigations revealed that poor warning systems, communication failures, and dangerous decisions about staying or fleeing had cost lives. Some fires were started by faulty power lines, others, disturbingly, by arsonists. The Royal Commission later declared the tragedy was not only natural, it was preventable. In the weeks that followed, Australia mourned, flags flew at half-mast, memorials were built, entire communities gathered in grief. But they also rebuilt. New homes were constructed, fire plans rewritten, emergency systems upgraded. Survivors stood hand in hand, refusing to be broken.
Yet for those who lived through it, the smell of smoke in summer still triggers panic. The sight of a red sky still brings fear. The sound of wind through trees still echoes with memory. Because Black Saturday was not just a fire. It was a reckoning of nature's fury, of human failure, and of resilience. And today, in the forests of Victoria, the blackened trees have begun to bloom again, but the scars, both on the land and in the hearts of survivors, will never fully fade. On that day, The sun rose over a peaceful land and set over a nation in flames. And the people who lived through Black Saturday will never forget. The fire came, the sky turned black, and everything changed.